people are watching this thinking about coming into regulatory writing, what sort of tips would you have, Amy, for anyone applying for a job as a regulatory medical writer?
Yeah, this is definitely something that I really wanted to know before I applied. And I'd say if you're watching this, that's the perfect start, because it shows that you're trying to do your research into this area. And it's important, you know, that you make it clear to a prospective employer that you have done the research. So as many people have mentioned, the reason they go into writing is because they don't particularly like the lab anymore, but that shouldn't be the only reason. It's not just that you don't want to be in the lab, it's why do you want to be a regulatory writer? So make sure you answer that question as well in your application. And yeah, do your research. So you can go to the first medcommsjob.com website. There's a specific regulatory careers guide on there, sponsored by Certara Insights. So do give that a read. It's full of really useful information. So yeah, just make it clear that you've done your research. And the second thing is on your CV. So if you've got any friends that are applying to do postdocs or something like that, your CV should look completely different to theirs. So we're not interested in the laboratory techniques that you can do. It doesn't matter to us how many different protein assays you've done or how many Western blots. We know that you can do the science part. What we want to know about is the transferable skills that you've gained from your PhD. So, for example, project management. So particularly if your PhD was maybe in collaboration with another university or a pharma company, or was it across multiple departments, show us that you managed the time well on your project. Things such as presenting at conferences as well, that's great for showing communication, teaching undergraduate students as well. So that all shows that you can communicate and you can manage your time. So definitely pull out those things that you've learned during your PhD that are applicable for communication and time management. And I think the last thing is on just the attention to detail. So for regulatory writing, that's so important. These are really important documents that we're doing, and we have to be able to have a really good level of detail in them and spot any potential mistakes. So if you send us a CV that looks perfect, but then on the email where you attach it, you have a typo, it doesn't really show us that you have that attention to detail. So just proofread every communication that you have with your prospective employer so that attention to detail is visible throughout, and it's a really easy box for them to tick to say, yes, this person has attention to detail.
Excellent. There's some really good tips in there. So thank you very much. Anybody